my name is Cameron Wall, and this here is Giorgio. Today, I will demonstrate how I warm up any horse, whether it's older, younger, middle age. I'm going to show you my 10-minute walk warm up and how I go about that because I'm a firm believer that, especially in cold weather, even if it's super hot, it's important to warm up your horse at the walk for a good 10 minutes. That doesn't mean just lazy walk around. There's so many different walk exercises I will show you that I do to help loosen up the horse so that when you trot after 10 minutes, they will be nicely warmed up in their body. And it's just an overall good way to really tune in to see how your horse is also feeling. So we will get started. So this is me just getting on. I haven't done anything with him. First thing is he likes to get really sucked back. And he likes to be really lazy. So especially if you're on a lazy horse, you want to think about, can I get the tempo? Let out the rein a little bit, and you think of your seat going forward and back with the movement of his rib cage. And I like to take this time to also tune into my own body position and really just make sure that my heels are down, my chest is out, my shoulders are back. I personally have a bad habit of doing this because I like to think about letting the horse out, and that causes my shoulders to round. So I always have to think about, hey, I really want to focus on my shoulders staying back and my chest out. And the other thing is, I'll test him out. He has a pretty good tempo. He's listening to my aids. And how I go about kind of just thinking about the aid to get the tempo is you want to think about the movement of their rib cage. Can I just put a little left calf and a little right calf on? Can I swing their rib cage a little bit? Good boy. So once I kind of just do a little lap like I just did, I kind of just make sure I have a nice tempo. They're moving nice and not lame. I could kind of get a feel if they're tight or not. And then I'll kind of just think about going straight and then adding a little bend with my left calf and let my inside rein go forward. Is he listening to just the bend of my leg? Really good. I like to structure my rides. So I do about 10 minutes at the walk, 5 minutes each direction. So usually I have my phone on me and I have an app called Equilab, and it's a really good app to ride with. It announces every 5 minutes how much time you're doing on each direction at each gate. It helps so much. It even has a posture corrector feature I really like. Now that I have him kind of bending around my leg, I've lost a little bit of tempo. So I'm going to kind of think forward, back a little bit more. Good boy. Notice I don't kick. Don't just get on and be like, hey, let's go. See, it doesn't really do anything. And then you're going to get a horse numb to the leg. So you want to think about, no, I just want, can you match my tempo in my hips and the seat? Really good. My favorite exercise when it comes to introducing the different reins of contact, I'll go on a diagonal. I'm going to stretch, get the tempo first. Good. Now I'm going to take up just an inch. See if he gets sucked back or loses the tempo with the inch. See how I lost the connection? The tempo, I stay a little left calf, right calf. And he picked it right back up. Now, if your horse gets super tight, so if I go up one more hole, I'm pretty sure he'll probably get a little tight. See that? He likes to go a little up. You want to think about, can I stop? I'm just going to kind of give him a little lower leg hug. I'm just going to wait till he gives. Good. See how that, I didn't do anything. I just kind of cuddled my legs and waited for him to find his own comfort in the new line of contact. And then I'm going to give and let him stretch that out. That was really good. And then again, I'll do another diagonal. I'm going to go up 2 inches at once now, like I'm shortening up into that new frame. Good. He gets a little sucked back. If he doesn't respond, I give him a little tap with the whip. Nothing crazy. Don't do like bang, bang, bang. Just think about, oh, I just need a little reminder. Good. Yes. Move with the hips. That's really nice. I'm going to take up just a tiny bit more. I'm going to just kind of think front, back, front, back. Really good. So that is how I would warm them up in the connection. I would just kind of take it 1 inch at a time, let them stretch out, take up another inch, and while you do it, keep up the tempo. Don't let them change it. The other thing I do at the walk warm up is I do a lot of lateral work. So I like to go on kind of like a quarter line. And I'm just going to think about like a sachet. You want to think about moving your hips side to side. Can I move his rib cage over with my seat? Yeah, just a little support with the outside rein. And then my hips are just swinging him over. I'm going to come towards the camera. I'm going to go get him a little walk. Now I'm going to swing my hips. Yep, right to left. Right to left. Don't get stuck back. I'm going to tap. I mean it. I make it clear. And I go back. Good. Now I'm going to kind of think about just kind of pushing him up into the frame. And notice that he just gives right away. That was really good. Now I'm going to let him stretch. Good boy. The other thing is I do a lot of serpentines. I like to do that mainly at the trot, but I like to still do them at the walk. And I make them a little bit more of a figure 8 at times, especially with him. He'll just kind of get lazy on the serpentine. So I'm going to make him think a little faster by going into the figure 8. And I like to think 10-meter circle. Can I get him really focused on the outside? Switch the bend with just a touch of my leg. Keep my seat moving so he knows. Good. A little outside right here so he doesn't get overbent. Now, keep in mind, when you're doing the circles, do not do this. See, watch his outside shoulder. See how I'm making the circle bigger? I see so many riders do this to turn their horse, and look at what's happening to my circle. Where I can take up the outside rein, I can actually let go of my inside rein. I'm just going to push my right leg into his side and just let go. See how I'm controlling the circle, but he has a place to go. He knows the boundary of the circle due to my outside aids. So that's something to also keep in mind. Now I'm going to go to this other direction, outside rein. Notice how I'm locking in. It's not tight, but I'm locking in and I'm using my left leg and my seat. And I let go of the inside rein. Good. Good. And walk on. And again, switch the bend. I take up my outside aid. I'm not just wiggling. I'm not doing anything with the outside aid. This is not what not to do. Instead, I have at the wither. I'm letting go of my inside rein. I could put my hand up if you want to be dramatic about it, just to get your body to kind of think about it. I'm going to get him forward. Think about the inside leg. Bending. Good boy. Now, the other thing I would do is I do a lot of brain backs. Notice I'm not doing this. I'm not saying go back. See how it's just like weird and it just the connection between us is lost. Instead, I'm going to sit up, almost like a 2-point, but not. I'm just going to put my legs back and wiggle my fingers. Notice that my aids are very, very small. I could still get him to back up. And even though he's figuring out, I'm not fighting him. I'm just saying, hey, here's the aid. Back. Good boy. So, brain backs, figure 8s, go on diagonals and do a change of rein. Contact, I would just let them walk around the lap, both directions. And that's how I would do a 10-minute warm up. I would make sure that they are not lame. I can kind of see that he's a little lazy today, so I'm going to be really focusing on getting him sensitive in my leg position today so I can keep up the tempo without working hard. Remember, the secret is quality over just doing a movement. You want to think about oh, if I'm going to ask for the trot next, well, I want him to be round and feel good and stretch forward. I don't want him to get sucked back to tense. You want to think, oh, I want a quality transition. Always think about that before you just, we're going up to trot. I don't care if your head's up in the air, all this stuff. Think about how can I get a quality change. So I would do lots of lateral. The other thing I would do is I can even do a lot of walk, shortening in the walk into a lengthening. So you want to think about, can I slow down the walk? Can I get a fast paced walk? Change that so you do transitions at the walk. I like for now, because he's lazy, I would do a lot of rein backs and then let him walk forward. Rein back, walk forward. Anytime he gets tight, I'll just stop him. I'm just going to take up the contact. I'm going to kind of just give him a little lower leg hug. And then once he gives, and then I just let go. Then I say, oh, that was really good. Do a lot of that, especially if you're introducing a new frame, a new connection. And overall, I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed the 10-minute walk warm up. And no matter what you do, always do a 10-minute walk warm up. Always tune into your horse before you get on. See how they are feeling, if something's off. And a lot of the lateral and everything I showed you I do today will help demonstrate kind of understanding how your horse is feeling in their body before you get into all the harder work. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And remember to like, comment if you have any questions or if this worked for you, and also subscribe.